Hi guys, welcome back to MediPeace. Today I'll be sharing most important topics you need to focus on while reading or preparing for any biochemistry exam. So let's dive in. We'll start with the basics, which include the cell, pH, water, and buffer. The key topics include properties of water, biological importance of pH, buffer system, which include bicarbonate, phosphate, hemoglobin buffer, and acid-base balance and clinical disorder, which include acidosis and alkalosis. Secondly, we'll be discussing amino chemistry and metabolism. Key topics to note in this area include classification and properties of amino acid, essential versus non-essential amino acid, metabolism, which include transamination, deamination, decarboxylation. Next, we have the urea cycle and its disorder. You should read on this. Next, we have inborn error, which include phenylketonuria, alkaptonuria, maple syrup. So next, we'll discuss the carbohydrate chemistry and metabolism. The key topics to focus here include monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide. You should know their structure and function. Next, you should read on glycolysis and gluconeogenesis, TCA cycle. You should know the regulation, ATP yields in this cycle, and know the pathway. Pathway is also very important. Next, you should read on glycogen metabolism. It's divided into glycogenesis and glycogenolysis. You should also read on the glycogen storage disease. Next, you should read on pentose phosphate pathway and clinical relevances. Next, you should read on blood glucose regulation and diabetes mellitus. These are very important, highly used areas you need to know. So, under lipid chemistry and metabolism, you should read on classification, fatty acid, triacylglycerol, phospholipid, and single lipid. You should read on beta oxidation of fatty acid. You should read on ketone body formation and utilization. You should read on fatty acid synthesis. You should also read on cholesterol metabolism, lipoprotein, hyperlipidemia, and atherosclerosis. So now, next, under protein chemistry and metabolism, you should know the level of protein structure from primary to quaternary. You should know the difference between fibrous versus globular protein. You should know hemoglobin structure and oxygen binding hemoglobin variant. You should know the sickle cell anemia. You should read on protein digestion and absorption. You should read on plasma protein, albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. Under vitamin, enzymes, and coenzymes, you should know their classification, water soluble versus fat soluble vitamin. You should know the deficiency, disease, e.g., rickets, pellagra, and scurvy. You should read on enzyme property and kinetics. You should read on enzyme inhibition, competitive and non-competitive enzymes. You should read also on coenzyme, the NAD, the FAD, the CoA, PLP, biotin, and TPP. Very important. Under nucleic acid chemistry and metabolism, you should read on structure of DNA and RNA. You should read on replication, transcription, and translation. You should know purine and pyrimidine metabolism and the disorder associated with this, e.g., the gout, the orotic aciduria, and SCID. You should also read on genetic code and mutations. Under integration and metabolism now, you should know the difference between the fed versus the fasting state, that is role of insulin and glucagon. You should read on starvation and metabolism adaptation. You should read on Cori cycle and glucose alanine cycle. You should read on key regulatory sub in carbohydrate, lipid, and protein metabolism. Under nutrition now, you should know macronutrients and micronutrients, essential amino acid and fatty acid. You should read on malnutrition, e.g., kwashiorkor, marasmus, and obesity. Under intermolecular biochemistry, you should read on bonds and interaction in biomolecule, that is hydrogen bond, ionic hydrophilic, ionic hydrophobic, and van der Waals force. You should also read on protein folding and stability, denaturation and renaturation. So lastly, under proteomics, you should know the definition and importance. You should know the protein isolation and characterization techniques. You should also read on application in medicine. You should know the biomarker and drug design. So these are the most important topics you need to focus on while preparing for any biochemistry exam. If this video helps you, so give it a thumbs up, like, share with your friends or any medical student that's also preparing for physiology exam. So thank you. See you in the next one.